Hello, everyone. My name is Gypsy Lou Love. We are going to be getting into all of the Zodiacs for their true. Are we doing true emotions or their true feelings? I can't remember which one, but based off of the title, based off of the title, we are going to be tapping into that at this time. Oh, please be sure to like the video as you come in. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare all of these decks as I begin here. Okay. I actually think I want to use 4 decks instead of 3. I'm going to use 4 decks instead of 3 just because, I feel guided to that. Okay. And the last deck that I'm going to choose, let me see. Which one? Let's do true emotions. Let's do it. Okay. Let's see who we're starting with. What sign, what sign, what sign, what sign? Aries. Aries at the front of the line. Aries is always at the front of the line. Hello, Aries. Aries, we are starting you at 3 minutes. I'm going to put 3 minutes for Aries. Ooh. Hello, Aries. We are starting out with you. Thank you so much for joining. Please be sure to take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. Okay? We're going to hop right in. Yeah. I'm on live. What's wrong? Okay. Aries, Aries, Aries. Spirit. What are their true emotions? Now, you could be the Aries or you could be cross-watching foreign Aries. I want to put that out there. So, we have breaking point. It says limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Depth, awareness, importance, and value. Okay. I'm picking up on like deep-rooted trauma, honestly, Aries. Twin flame, it says mirroring, shared feelings, and reflection. So let's see what is going on here, Spirit. Can we get some clarity for what is going on? Give me some cards. Clarify breaking point. It's not your fault. Clarify depth, awareness, importance, and value. I just want peace between us again. Someone could be going through a dark night of the soul at this time. They could be at a distance from you, being cold toward you or something of that nature, maybe just not pouring into the relationship as much as they usually would. And it's because they're going through their own personal deep-rooted trauma. I feel like the deeper the love gets in y'all's connection, the deeper like that deep-rooted trauma is coming to the root for them to deal with and heal. Okay. Clarify twin flame. I've been in survival mode so long, peace feels unsettling. All right. Can we get their true emotions here, Spirit? What are their true emotions? Clarify, it's not your fault. Bumping heads. I just want peace between us again. Shocking news. I've been in survival mode so long, peace feels unsettling. And this card says, I just want peace between us again. I've been in survival mode so long, peace feels unsettling. We have ashamed, guilt, embarrassed, and in the wrong. So somebody knows that they are the problem. This person might be expressing this to you soon. Or what does this person need, Spirit? What does this situation need? What needs to happen here for this connection, or what's going to happen? Clarify bumping heads. Boundaries are required. Love cannot thrive without structure. Boundaries protect, respect, and emotional safety. Boundaries protect and respect emotional safety. Okay, clarify shocking news. Outside influences. Outside influences are interfering. External opinions or distractions are affecting decisions. This connection needs privacy to grow. Peace. Okay. I've been in survival mode so long, peace feels unsettling. Clarify ashamed, guilt, embarrassed, and in the wrong. Healing must be prioritized. Unresolved wounds are influencing present choices. Healing is required before growth can occur. Thank you, Aries. These are their true emotions. Okay, if you want to book me for a reading, please be sure to use the link in my bio or the link in the description of this video. All of my private readings are done same day, 24-hour turnaround. All right, let's see who is next. I'm going to try to take my time with these. Let's see who's next. Scorpio. And the time is 8:30. Hello, Scorpio. We are about to tap into their true emotions at this time. Please be sure to take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. Let's see. You could be a Scorpio or you're cross-watching for a Scorpio. You know, put yourself in your assigned seat. Influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. Okay, that just came out for Aries, so that could be of significance, maybe. Okay. Clarify influences, Spirit. Attachments, third parties, and peers. Clarify that. Nourish, self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. Conflicted decisions, hot and cold, and multiple choice. So it feels like someone is caught in between like a rock and a hard place, you know, not really knowing which direction in their life they should nurture, whether it's the future or continuing to nurture something from the past here. Someone is really conflicted because they don't know which decision to make or where to really channel this energy. So their true emotions, are a bit out of whack, I feel. So let's see. Clarify influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. I crave your honesty and realness. So they definitely can tell the difference in y'all's connection as opposed to the other connections that they have, but the difference isn't enough for them to be sure that it's the right decision to make. Clarify, nourish, self-growth, soul-finding, self-focused and soul-finding. Silence is how I process, not how I withdraw. So there seems to be closeness even through the separation or some type of undying or like unspoken. What's understood doesn't need to be explained type of energy or trust that I feel. Okay, clarify this. Conflicted. I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for getting caught. So we already know this person's, energy is not all that solid. So oh yeah. Yeah, someone I feel like they're definitely in this in between. But yeah, give me some more. What are their true emotions here, Spirit? Like, this energy isn't quite making sense to me. Let me see what's going on here. It says, I crave your honesty and realness. Clarify that, please. Moving on, letting go, loving you, and free. So they respect the fact that you leave or you would leave or that you have left, moved on, letting go, loving you. Maybe instead of putting up with this, because it says, I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for getting caught, which means they'll do it again. And just cover their track. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, yuck. Silence is how I, right. Silence is how you process, not how you withdraw. And then we have this, which means you definitely withdraw. You don't actually process anything. Wait. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me see. Silence is how I process, not how I withdraw. Yeah, okay. This is clarify. I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for getting caught. We have two cards out here, Sweet Talk and Pop the Question. So I want one. I want one card to pop out for this. I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for getting caught. Clarify that, please, Spirit. Karmic ties. Karmic ties. Yeah, like I said, somebody's definitely in the in between. And I don't really feel like this person is apologetic or empathetic about it at all. They say, they're sorry for getting caught, but you have to debunk all of this. They do not they do not care. They do not care. Their true emotions is that I feel like this person would respect you more if you left or something of that nature, because I don't feel like this person has any intention of changing. Honestly, like, clarify, moving on, letting go, loving you, and free. Emotional safety is required. That's the least that is required in this particular situation. Love cannot grow where fear exists. Safety must be restored before progress. Yeah, in order for safety to really be restored here, someone is going to have to make a real decision, for which direction their life is going to go in, or both situations are being jeopardized here. And I don't think they are thinking about that, nor do I think they care about that. I think this person is content walking both paths, you know? But clarify, I miss you. Pause before responding. Immediate reaction may cloud the truth. Give yourself space to respond with clarity instead of emotion. Yeah. Silence is how I process, not how I withdraw. But it's the things that they do in silence that clearly you're not processing anything, but you're withdrawing and running from it. Clearly, the things that you do have absolutely nothing to do with process. Okay. But I guess everyone has one. Clarify karmic ties, please, Spirit. Complacency is stalling growth. Like there is no real process here. Or progress, I feel. It says comfort has replaced intention. Without renewed effort, nothing changes. And that's exactly what I just said. If you're a Scorpio or you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, pack it up. I would not recommend. But thank you. Take what you need. If you would like to book me for a reading, all of my private readings are done same day. Okay. Who is next? Ooh, Aquarius. Aquarius is starting at 17:05. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please be sure to take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. Let's see. What are their true emotions? Okay, damn, that came out so quick. Time, waiting, cycles, and moments. Sorrow, grief, loss, grief, and depression. Somebody could be going through a depressive state at this time, Aquarius, and it's just something that only time is going to tell, if or how long, or let's see. Clarify time. Damn, that's too many cards here, Spirit. I just need one at a time, please. One at a time for Aquarius. True emotions, Spirit. Boundaries. No, drawing the line. Enough. So maybe someone is done giving time or something of that nature, but we're going to tap in and see what this is about. Ooh. Space might be what's best, considering I feel like, someone isn't willing to give more time than what they've already given. Because, or I don't want to say because, but due to what someone is going through, I feel. Let's see, clarify time here. It says waiting, cycles, and moments. I didn't realize what I had until I ruined it. I don't know if this has to, if they were going through something, if they couldn't heal, if they didn't want to heal. This might have to do with someone not wanting to heal or not being ready to heal, but maybe getting comfortable or sitting in this sorrow energy, sitting in this misery or something of that nature. I feel like Aquarius, you could have been patient, or maybe someone was patient with you. And, like Scorpio, not much was being done. Clarify sorrow here, please. I rehearsed it 100 times and never said it. So they had more than enough time to do something, to say something, to get up, to, you know, ask for help, ask for support, whatever it might have been that they were needing to do, whatever it might have been that they were feeling guided and intuitively pulled to do, they just didn't do it. I am realizing that I might not have enough juice to do all of the zodiacs. I'm just gonna see what I can do. Clarify boundaries here, Spirit. It says no, drawing the line, and enough. I don't know why you choose me. I don't know why you chose me. I don't know why you chose me. And we have boundaries here. I feel like someone has like given up hope on themselves, or they've lost hope in themselves. They've lost faith in the Almighty Most High Divine God, or in themselves, and there was nothing that anyone could have done. They would have had to want to get up out of that. Like, you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. And they may have pushed you away due to them not understanding how you could love them when they themselves did not love themselves. Clarify. I didn't realize what I had until I ruined it. Memories. What are their true emotions, Spirit? I rehearsed it 100 times and never said it. Phony, trickster, illusions, and fairy tale. They fell into their own illusions, their own self-doubt, their own lack, their own fear. Clarify boundaries. I don't know why you chose me. Romance. This person could not for the life of them figure out why you still love them, you know, when they didn't love themselves, how you still had hope in them, or, you know, prayed for them, or, you know, and they just couldn't see it. They couldn't feel it. They weren't connected in that way. This could have caused them to push you away. Clarify memories here, please. Emotional availability is unclear. Mixed signals create instability. Consistency is required for security. Emotional availability. The only emotions that they allowed themselves to really dwell or indulge in was sorrow. Even though there was love around them, they couldn't see it, they couldn't feel it, they didn't want to. So you maybe stop giving, stop trying. Oh yeah. Damn. This must, Aquarius, you got some, you know, that you got a case here. You have a case that needs to be taken to court. It says phony, trickster, illusions, and fairy tale. The connection needs structure. Undefined dynamics create instability. Clarity creates safety. Clarify boundaries and romance. Effort must increase. What once worked is no longer enough. Growth requires evolution, not just repetition. Thank you, Aquarius. I do hope that I was able to give you some clarity. If you would like to book me for a reading, please be sure to use the link that's over in the description of this video, or that's over in my bio. All of my private readings are done same day. Libra. Libra, what are their true emotions, Spirit? Libra, we are starting you at 2420. Hello, Libra. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please be sure to take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. You could be a Libra, or you are cross-watching for a Libra. Take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. What are their true emotions, Spirit? What are their true emotions? Hi, love. Scorpio was done at 8 minutes and 30 seconds if you would like to go back and find it. Libra. Spirit, what do you have here for Libra? Memories. Reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. Clarity is here. Truth, intentions, and honesty. So I feel like someone is reminiscing on past memories that you guys like share together, and they're seeing things that they've never saw. They're realizing things that I feel like they didn't realize before. Like they, maybe because of the moment, maybe because of everything that was happening, there were certain things that they just overlooked or missed that someone can see clear. I can see clearly now, but they can see something clearly now that I feel like was maybe hidden before or just out of their view, out of their vantage point. Clarify this. Distracted. It says distracted, sidetracked, change, delays. So someone is looking back and they're seeing things differently, or they're seeing like the full picture of something now. What is this? What are they seeing, Spirit? What are their true feelings about what they're seeing now that they missed before? You have memories. Clarify this, please. Clarify the memories. I guess the most prominent one. I love the way you love me. This is what they're reminiscing about. I feel like somebody may have taken your love for granted or something of that nature. They didn't understand, or they weren't digesting it all. They weren't taking it all in. I feel like there were things that you were doing or ways that you were loving this person that they just didn't. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. Like they didn't realize the impact or the difference that you made on their life until they no longer had it, or you were no longer there in some way, shape, or form. Clarity. Clarify this. It says truth, intentions, and honesty. What truths are they feeling at this time, Spirit? Sometimes I pick fights just to feel wanted. I have to make sure that the sound is back on because I received the call. This is why I don't usually go on live from my personal phone, but my business phone is charging. I just need to make sure that the sound is back on. Go on live from my personal. Okay, we're back on. Someone, back to what I was saying, someone was dealing with their own personal insecurities. So it didn't matter how much love you displayed to this person or you gave to this person, because I feel like because they were already feeling like, I'm hearing worthless, because they were already feeling a certain type of way about themselves, there was no way they were going to be able to pay attention again to all the beautiful things that they had around them. They were distracted by their own insecurities, by their own dark cloud, something of that nature, and it wasn't until they no longer maybe had access to your energy, or, it wasn't until they got to the other side that they realized just how much you did or just how good the love was. Let's see. Clarify distracted. The silence, yeah. The silence after you left was louder than anything you ever said. So, it's a feeling or lack thereof. I'm hearing a chair is still a chair. Even when there is no one sitting there. Something about a chair. I don't know, but I'm also picking up like a rocking chair or something, but I'm hearing making a house into a home. This house is not a home. Okay, you know. That's the whole song. But you know, let's continue. It says, I love the way you love me. Ooh. Yeah, psycho, crazy ex, obsessed and won't let go. So, Libra. Um, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You got psycho, crazy ex, obsessed and won't let go. Sometimes I pick fights because sometimes I pick fights just to feel wanted. Fucked up. Yeah, somebody is really kicking themselves for losing out on an opportunity with you, for not realizing the love that you gave them when they had access to it or when you were giving it so freely. Someone is really, yeah, they're taking that one pretty damn hard. Like it says, the silence after you left was louder than anything you ever said. Turning your back. All right, Spirit, what's happening here? Hi, Southern Girl. I haven't done Pisces yet. I've done Aries, I've done Scorpio, and Aquarius. We are currently on Libra. So, clarify psycho, crazy ex, obsessed, and won't let go, Spirit. Clarify that, please. What's to happen with this entire situation? Pause before responding. Immediate reaction may cloud the truth. Give yourself space to respond with clarity instead of emotion. So there's something about handling this entire situation with I'm here like with like delicacy or something, because somebody is, I don't know if you still have to deal with this person or if you still have to talk to this person or what. But there's something about just being mindful because someone is still, it says I pick fights when I feel wanted, you know, so they still resonate toxicity and love together. This is someone that feels that you still love them if you're willing to fight with them, you know, so be mindful of perception, be mindful of misperception, you know, or something of that nature. Be mindful with this person because it seems like you're going to have to read between the lines with them because it's giving like Helga energy, you know, when Helga and Arnold, and you know, every time she saw Arnold, she would bully him or something, like she would beat him up, and then behind closed doors she had the biggest crush on Arnold, you know, so that could be of significance. If you have to get some type of protection, then do so. Clarify fucked up over you, please. Standards need enforcement. What you tolerate teaches others how to treat you. Boundaries must be upheld. This person needs to heal. You know, they need to come to terms, and the only truth, I mean, they're realizing a lot of truths, but the biggest one right now is that the past is the past and there is no coming back from that. And that's what they need to like understand, you know, in order for them to accept and gain just not just clarity about the love, but clarity about where else they could be going and the other things that they could be doing besides holding on to this cord. Yeah, it says a shift is required. What brought you here will not take you further. Evolution is needed, like I said. All right, Libra, these are your messages. If you guys need to book me for a private reading, all of my private readings are done same day. You can use the link in the description of this video or the link over in my bio. Okay? Let's see. Who's next? Next we have Gemini. Gemini. And we're starting at 3505. Hi, Gemini. We are tapping into their true emotions. Please be sure to take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. Thank you for clicking this video. Okay, take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. You could be a Gemini or you could be cross-watching for a Gemini. Okay. What are their true emotions, Gemini? Hi, Melissa. Right on time, love. Bitterness, resentment, anger, and hurtful words is here. Healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. Someone could finally, to be taking the time to heal, the bitters of their heart, the bitters in their energy, in their auric field, letting go of some type of anger or resentment. What are their true emotions here, Spirit? Distance, separation, space, and blockage. Okay, so if you are at a distance from someone, the distance that you guys are like experiencing at this time is really, really good because it's giving someone time to really look at themselves and face themselves without bringing down the connection or hurting you. So let's see. We have bitterness here, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. We're not lost just because we aren't taking their path. We're not lost just because we aren't taking their path. So there's something about outside influences having some type of or wanting to have some type of influence over, the trajectory or with like what's to happen. Like I feel like someone is having to rebel maybe against outside energy so that they can go on this path with you, having to separate maybe from people, places, and things that wish to dictate where their life goes or how their life goes. This could be a sore spot for this person or something of that nature, but they are choosing to heal this energy so that you guys can like go on your own authentic path as opposed to maybe what society or what someone else wants y'all to go on. A path that someone else wants y'all to go on. Clarify healing. It says releasing, purifying, and cleansing. I flirt with other people to make you jealous. Ooh, wow. Give me some more here, Spirit. Clarify distance. Clarify distance. Separation, space, and blockage. It says, you touched me like you knew where it hurt. So you guys have a connection that cannot be denied, no matter how much they try to distract themselves. I hope my sound isn't going in and out. I hope my sound is okay. Guys, how's the sound? But no matter how they try to distract themselves or anything of that nature, I feel like they're only doing this because of what other people might say, because of, no, you're good. Thank you, Melissa. Because of what other people might feel. So they're trying to keep up some type of facade or illusion, but it's not working. It's not working on your end or even on their end. Let's see. We are not lost just because we aren't taking their path. Clarify this. Someone doesn't really know how to process how they feel about y'all's love connection because of there's so much outside energy here. Thank you, Ronnie. Love child. I flirt with other people to make you jealous. Clarify that, Spirit. What are their true emotions? What are they hiding behind this jealousy? Where is this stemming from? Where is this coming from? Running. They're running away because they are fearful of what people might say. They were fearful, but I feel like the fear maybe turned into bitterness or anger or resentment for having to choose them over the love that they wanted to have with you. It says, you touched me like you knew where it hurt. Clarify this here with distance. Clarify this here with distance and their true emotions. Karmic lesson is tough love as opposed to the soft kind, I feel, as opposed to the one that, allows you to evolve with grace instead of discomfort, Let's tap into what's next and what's needed. Clarify love child here, please, Spirit. Clarify love child. It says, intent must match action. Somebody wants to have a family with you, or they want to have a baby with you for sure. It says, desire without effort creates confusion. Alignment is required. Having a family of their own is definitely on this person's mind, but creating a family with you, it triggers them from maybe the family that they already have and the expectations that were set for them before they even could, figure out who they were and what they wanted. Clarify running here, please, Spirit. Clarity is overdue. Questions remain unanswered. Direction must be established for movement forward. Clarify karmic lesson, please. My phone's on 20%. 20%. 20%. Grace is a part of growth. Learning does not happen without mistakes. Allow yourself room to evolve. Thank you, Gemini. These are their true feelings, their true emotions. If you guys would like to book me for a private reading, all of my private readings are done same day or within 24 hours. Please be sure to use the link in the description of this video or the link that's over in my bio. Okay? I'm going to try to get through as many of the zodiacs as I can. Leo, Leo, we are starting you at 42:45. Hello, Leo. Hello, Leo. Thank you for clicking on this video. Please be sure to take what you need. You could be a Leo or you are cross-watching for a Leo. Take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. We are tapping into their true emotions. What are their true emotions, Spirit? Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Leo. Oh, we got two of them back to back now. Past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. Hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. So someone is manifesting a new beginning here in this life with you. It's like maybe you guys tried to do this in a past life and you maybe didn't get it right, or you did get it right and it was so good that somebody want to have a round two in this life. I don't know. Let's see what this is about. Spirit, give me one more card here, please. Shocking. Shocking. Trouble, turmoil, unexpected. Let's see. What? Oh, wrong deck. Okay, let me see. Spirit, what are their true emotions? Please clarify past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. It's hard to stay mad at you. I just end up missing you. It's hard to stay mad at you. I just end up missing you. Okay, so in a past life, I don't feel like you guys were able to really accomplish or conquer the level of love that is destined for y'all's connection. And this life, they're hoping that you guys can do that. You know, put your differences aside, settle your differences to have like a better outcome here. Clarify hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting here. I didn't ask you to stay because I knew I couldn't make you happy. But here we have hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. So it's a shift that's happening here for sure. I regret not taking us serious. We have this here with shocking, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. So someone is realizing mistakes, okay? Hoping to turn it around, hoping to fix it up, hoping to really go on the path. It's hard to stay mad at you. I just end up missing you. Clarify this, please. What are their true emotions for the spirit? Love spell is crazy, but there's a level of love that just has yet to be conquered between the two of y'all, and I feel like you guys are going to keep coming back into each other's lives until it happens. The kinetic bond that y'all share together is going to be, of course, is going to be potent. First of all, you guys haven't even reached the level of potency that like it's going to continue to grow. It's supposed to grow. You know, you guys have to figure out how to grow it together as opposed to growing apart. I didn't ask you to stay because I knew I couldn't make you happy. Secluded, separation, reflecting, soul searching. We have a mirror out here, but I just want one card though. Please, Spirit, just give me one card for this. I didn't ask you to stay because I knew, hoping. I didn't ask you to stay because I knew I couldn't make you happy. Funeral. Funeral. But we have love spell and funeral is out here together is crazy. Give me another one, Spirit. It says I regret not taking us serious. Faith, healing, faith, healing, meditation, praying. I'm hearing, Lord, please save her for me. Do this one favor for me. I had to change my ways. My place got way too complicated for me. Or something along those lines. I hope she's waiting for me. Okay. I know you can't ignore me. So and so. Just give me all of you in exchange. I don't know. That's exchange is definitely a channel song for this. For this reading for their true emotions. Now, Spirit, clarify love spell, please. It is emotional responsibility is required. Each person is responsible for their own reactions and healing. Blame prevents growth and love from flourishing. Oh, clarify funeral. We have emotional depth is lacking. Surface level interaction is replacing intimacy. Vulnerability is required. Clarify faith, healing, and meditation. The faith needs to come right here, right here. But it's always the faith and the healing, the faith and the meditation seems to always be one step behind. First, they lean on their own understanding, which doesn't allow them to feel safe enough to be vulnerable, feel safe enough to trust themselves and trust this love and trust God. That only comes after. When it's all done, it's like, God, please bring this person back to me. But we have funeral here. You feel me? By that time, it's too late. And then we have past life out here. This has already happened in the past life. I truly feel like this time around, they're trying to change this cycle. So, I don't know. I don't know why I'm hearing like a 30-second rule. 30-second, 5-second rule or something like that to bring something back. Do you know you have 30? Like that's what it's giving. Like, okay, give me one more, please, here, Spirit, for faith, healing, and meditation. Trust is fragile here. Careless actions can cause lasting damage. Handle this connection with intention. Thank you, Leo. These are your messages. If you guys would like to book me for a private reading, all of my private readings are done same day within 24 hours. You can use the link in the description of this video or the link that's over in my bio. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Leo. Next, we have Capricorn at 5040. Hello, Capricorn. Thank you for watching this video. I love you lots. You could be a Capricorn or you could be cross-watching for a Capricorn. Take what you need and leave the rest for someone else. Okay? Now, let's tap into their true emotions, why don't we? What are their true emotions, Spirit? What are their true emotions? Melissa, please become a moderator. Become a moderator, my friend. It says trapped here, stuck, tied down, and captive. Possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risks. Okay, so we have trapped and possibilities. Oh, what was that card? Last card? Family, fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. So Capricorn, you and someone, could have gotten yourselves in a sticky situation maybe. But I feel like someone is like wanting to make the best of it. They're wanting to, were they like thinking about starting a family? Hell no. But the more they think about it, the more they realize that with you, this could be a good thing. If you guys can make this work, it doesn't have to have those stereotypes, or it doesn't have to have that feeling. It doesn't have to feel any way that you guys don't want it to feel. With you, there's possibility there, So let's see. Clarify trap, please. Your mood swings occur too often to deal with. Clarify possibilities, please, Spirit. I'm going to pull from the middle. The love I shared with you was different from anything I ever experienced. Capricorn, if you are pregnant, try to lighten up on the mood swings or try to get a better control of them. Vice versa. If you are dealing with someone that is pregnant, that's really just a part of pregnancy. I've known pregnant women to be crying over toilet paper commercials, so this is not to like justify or anything of that nature, but a little consoling and reassurance goes a long way. So family, clarify family, please. Oh, my phone. I hope that stays on. Clarify family, please, Spirit. It says this pregnancy feels sacred. Capricorn. Oh my God. Capricorn. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. All right, you really be stressing somebody out with the mood swings, but other than that, that's so stinking beautiful. I love that for you, Capricorn. I do. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Clarify Their true emotions. It says your mood swings occur too often to deal with. Clarify that, please, Spirit. We had this here with trapped. Goodbye. Capricorn. Cut it. I don't know what this is, but you know, the mood swings is really what's making someone feel trapped in this energy, as opposed to, I feel like, what they usually feel, which is the possibilities and how sacred this pregnancy is, you know. So it's like, I feel like someone might want to be around you more, or vice versa. You might want to be around someone more, but due to their mood swings, it might cause you to be like away. And I think that is the exact opposite. The mood swings could quite literally be coming from absence. So just be mindful of that. Let's see what this is about, please, Spirit. Clarify possibility. The love I shared with you was different from anything I ever experienced. Left you hanging. No closure, no contact, and left on red. All right. So, okay, give me one more, Spirit. It says family, and this pregnancy feels sacred. Clarify this, please. Self-love. Reassurance is the name of the game. Affirmations, you know, is the name of the game. If you find, especially if you truly love this person, if you find that there's something like, I'm picking like that's something that's out of their control, you know, with this pregnancy. If you, especially if you know this isn't their usual MO, this isn't how they usually act. So obviously something is altering, you know, their usual character. There might just need to be a bit of, you know, empathy and humility and TLC, you know, whereas frustration and depletion and exhaustion could come in, and I can completely understand. But there's a need for both parties to like put themselves in the other person's shoes in order for this connection, you know, to really get back on track, or, you know, before this trapped and miserable energy, I feel, starts to take too much of a toll on the possibilities here. Okay, let me see. Clarify goodbye, please. Intimacy requires vulnerability. Walls prevent closeness. Emotional openness is necessary for this to deepen, you know? So this is going to require both parties to really be patient with each other, you know, and understand their significant other. You know, it's going to need a bit of understanding and empathy from both sides. It's going to take two to tango here. It says left you hanging, no closure and no contact. The same cycle continues. Lessons repeat when ignored. Awareness must lead to change. Clarify self-love, please, Spirit. A decision must be made. Progress requires a conscious choice. Indecision keeps the connection stalled. Okay, so I really want to pull more for you, Capricorn, but this is the end. If you would like to book me for a private reading, please be sure to use the link in the description of this video or the link that's over in my bio. All of my private readings are done same day or with a 24-hour turnaround, okay? Thank you, Capricorn. Guys, I think I'll have time to do maybe one more. I don't think I'll have time to finish them all because my phone is on 6%. However, my other phone is on 31%. I'm thinking if I should just do the switch now. How many zodiacs do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've already done 7. I think I'm going to do the switch now to my other phone. Okay, so I'm going to end this, but you guys should most definitely look for part 2 if you're looking for the rest of the zodiac signs. I'm coming right back on here. I just have to switch over to my other phone because my phone that I'm currently on is now on 5%. Yeah, guys, love you lots. Like the video. And I'll see you in part 2.